Hi, I'm Olivia.
And I'm Georgia with the Investing News Network, and we're here at day 2 of the PDAC conference in Toronto.
Our main stage has already seen a lot of interviews today, including Brian Lenny of the Junior Stock Review, Ryan Cochran of Crew Group, and Randy Smallwood of Wheaton Precious Metals. And you went to a uranium presentation today, didn't you?
I did. I attended the seminar on small modular reactors that was attended by MP Kim Rudd, former parliamentary secretary to the Minister of Resources. She was there to explain a little bit about Canada's roadmap to nuclear energy. What did you do today?
I actually got to check out the show floor today, where I caught up with Richard Blewett of Geoscience Australia. Also on our interview docket today was a live conversation with Rick Rule of Sprott US Holdings.
Very interesting. Our features reporter, Scott, also hit the floor for another round of polls.
Hey, it's Scott here. I've just been on the floor at PDAC. I've been approaching gold companies to ask them what is their hot take on M&A in 2019. Let's see what they've had to say for themselves.
Actually, I'm not one of the ones that's in favor of it. I think that it's going to reduce the number of major mining companies in the gold sector. You know, it's almost looking like it might go down to one. And that whole model of the juniors finding projects and then the majors getting involved in them, it really reduces the number of opportunities that the juniors are going to have. I think ultimately it'll be bad for the industry because the new projects won't be explored, won't be as prolific as they have been in the past under the old model.
I believe that 2019 will see increased activity in M&A, but it'll filter down through the mid-tier gold producers and developers and actually come into the junior explorers.
Well, that's a bit of a tough one. I think I think the problem that we find is, I think over the last sort of few years we've got such a gulf from like majors and micros now. There's a kind of I think in the last cycle we saw a lot of the mid-tier companies being taken out, and I think this is where we've actually got this whole sort of zone of like mid-tier companies just don't exist anymore. So I think I suppose in our world we're always looking at sort of consolidation possibilities with companies like us, that similar size to us, but you know, most of the micro companies, the small juniors, their currency is very limited, so the deals in which they can do are actually are quite constrained. And then you've got the big guys right at the very top. They've actually got, they've got very few opportunities themselves. So it's it's the scramble, who's going to become the next mid-tier type company. That's really the challenge. So it's quite difficult to predict whether we're going to see majors getting involved with small cap companies. So it's who's going to fill that space, that void. That's the difficult one to predict.
That's it for day 2 of the PDAC conference. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at INN_resource or drop by our stage on the 700 level.